Mommy,
All right, so this call was totally last minute. Literally just said, I'm going to do it 2 minutes ago. I was going to take notes and I was like, I'm going to plan this call, but no. Since it's fresh, it just happened. I'm still excited about it. I said, let me just do it and I'm going to record it. But basically, huge game changer for me on recruiting. I just hosted a potential call with a one-on-one. And I'm like, I need to share this because she's going for the $7.99 product kit. And I found a way to get someone to get $7.99 and not settle for $1.99. And so I felt like it needed to be shared because it literally just like game changed my whole way of potential call and stuff. So what I did was I am going to share the first thing, my first step. I don't have notes, so if you guys want to take notes, that's awesome. I just literally went off the top of my head. So the person was interested. She's definitely a VIP that I worked with just now. She said, Sam, how do I get started? I'm actually interested. What I would always do is say, hey, when are you available? Let's get on a call. Today, I decided to do something different. So what I did was I have this work with me application. I definitely learned it from Denise and I put it here. I changed some of the stuff to make it more relevant to myself, but the questions I took from Denise. But I've never used this. And so it's been sitting in my Instagram for a whole year. No one has answered. Someone did, but that was like a scam. So the second response is the one that I worked with today. So what I did was I was like, let me just do something different because I've been having potential calls and no one is saying yes. Let me do something different. So I sent her this application and I was like, hey, when you get a chance before the call, do you mind answering this application? It's going to help us on the call. She was like, sure, why not? So I messaged her the link, and she responded. She sent it, and she's like, hey, Sam, I finished the application. Just to give you a heads up. What I did was an hour before our call, so the call was at 8, I reviewed it and I checked her answers and I said, okay, so now I am gauging, this is what helped me, I am gauging the call. So her responses were USA, where is she from? Where is she located? So in the USA. Is she over 18? Yes. This part right here helped me out so much because now I knew how to cater the business to her. Instead of talking about how much money she can make, the car, like literally vomiting the business, I went with what she was looking for. So she picked second stream of income. She picked personal development. She also picked free Cadillac, Range Rover, and healthy hair and healthy skin. That already gauged my whole conversation because I already knew how to target Monét relevant to what she's looking for. The next question on the quiz, what does she do for work? She already said it, she answered it, and she is also studying from home. So that was also pretty good. Her income, what she picked was $2,500 to $5,000. So off the bat, I'm not gonna come to on this call and tell her, hey, you can make $50,000 a month, you can make all these other numbers, because that's not what she's looking for, guys. She was only looking for $2,500. So that to me, like, I was excited because that was easy because we all know we can make that and we can definitely make more than that number if we work. How did she come across my page? She said she's been following me for a while. What about, she put, so the question that says here, it says, what about working from your phone interests you? She has a son. So what she said was the flexibility of her being able to work it at any time. Great, because that's what I do. So I can make my situation relevant to her. Yes, baby.
Why are you touching my arm?
Because you were talking. The other thing, so what she put here was says anything else you'd like for me to know about. She put 3 things. She put that she was shy, but that she was determined, and I forgot what the third one was, but the determination was the thing that got me, because we all know if our why is strong, we will be determined to do whatever it takes to run with this business. So that was what she answered. So what I did was, when I got her on a call, and I can stop sharing now, here. So when we got on a call, I was like, hey, how's it going? How are you feeling? I didn't jump into Monét right away. So I was checking in on how she was doing. She went through surgery, so just seeing how everything was going on with her. And I said, do you have any questions for me before we start? And she's like, no, not right now. What I then said, I learned it from Mr. Daniel G. He's like, he always says, don't throw things out there. So I asked her, I was like, before I start anything, I want to make sure if this business is for you. And the reason why I want to know that is because I want to gauge where you stand if you were to join. So I'm off the bat letting her know, like, hey, this may not be for you, but let's see if you're willing to step up to the plate. That kind of works like reverse psychology, because now you're putting someone to the test. When you tell someone you can't do something, guess what? Now they're going to prove you wrong. So by you telling the person, I'm going to see if this is for you, let me ask you a few questions. So she's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So what I did was I opened her application and I went through what she answered. So the first one was, what was the first question that she answered was, so the 3 to 5 reasons what she was interested in the business. I said, okay, so I want to target the reasons why you like to join. Another stream of income, I targeted that. So basically what I did, what she answered, I targeted. When I went to the free Cadillac option, I told her, and I'm not doing eye contact right now because I'm reading the application with the computer. I was like, the Cadillac program, I am going to talk about it a little bit further into the call. And just target the easier stuff. She's like, okay, that's cool. I was like, the portion that you picked for healthy hair, I told her, you're already a VIP, so you already know that you can get healthy hair and healthy skin. She's like, yeah, I'm so excited, my hair is growing, and so on. So after that, her other option was personal development. I targeted personal development because for me, this is something that I can relate, because after a whole year running this business, I am huge on personal development in the sense that I told her, I was shy. I couldn't do any IGTV. I couldn't do any calls. I was like, I couldn't even be able to talk to you on a computer. That's how shy I was. But because I invested time in personal development, I am able to do all the things that a year ago I wasn't able to do. So definitely personal development, you will receive that because I am given fact that it works, that you will get personal development in the business. I asked her after that, how many hours are you willing to invest in the business? And she was like, me back then, I would have jumped the gun and be like, yeah, because we host calls and we do trainings. I just stood quiet based on Daniel G or D or whatever it is. He says, like, you need to give people time to process and then answer your question. So I stood quiet while she was like, and then she said 4 to 5 hours. I was like, what? I sounded excited. I was like, what? 4 to 5 hours? That's amazing. There's people that come in, they're like an hour. The fact that you can dedicate 4 to 5 hours, that is amazing. The reason why is because we have training events, we have training recordings, and if you can apply, let's say, an hour on training and then a few minutes on following up, and I was like, you're my VIP, how often do I follow up with you? Very often. She's like, yeah, you do, and I like that. I was like, well, that's all it takes. That's all the time that you need for the business. You follow up with your clients and you do some personal development. And that's like pretty much the gist of the business. So if you're offering 4 to 5 hours to your business a day, you're going to do an amazing job with it. So she's like all excited. And notice the same way I'm talking to you guys, how hype and like excited I am, I'm doing the same thing with her. You don't have to do it. It's just that when I'm excited about something, like it can't be fake. It just reflects and it just like pours out. So I was talking to her like super excited. The next question on the application, monthly income, 2,500 to 5 grand is what she would like to make a month. I said, the fact that that's what you want to make, you will make that. So her mom is my daughter's babysitter. So she knows that the past 7 months, Sam has not been going to her full-time job. So I told her, I'm like, you've seen that I have not worked full-time at JetBlue, my job, for 7 months. And that has only been because of this business opportunity, because you can make that and more. Her eyes open. I'm like, yes, if it wasn't for Money, I would have to go back to work and not be with my daughter. So the fact that that's the goal that you're shooting for, I'm here to tell you, you will get that if you work, and you can make more because it's happening to me and it's happening to many other people that join the business. I told her one thing for sure is we're not salary. So if you don't work, you're not going to get paid. So if that's the number you want that you're shooting for, you will need to work. And she's like, yeah, I'm all for it. And I was like, yeah, that's amazing because you can do it. Then the next thing, the next question on the application, I kept on going back and forth. So I was like, oh, so let me see what else you put on your application, as if it was a legit job interview. The reason why I wanted to do it like that is because after a year in this business, and there may be some new girls, I can't see your faces as I'm on the application, but after a year in the business, you start to learn that is quality over quantity. eventually, like now I'm at a point that I don't just want to hire everybody. Like if you're going to come in and give me a million one excuses, don't work the business, I'm not going to drag you. Like I have a child to babysit and I don't want to babysit adults. So to me, after a year running this business, I rather quality over quantity. So this application deal, this is my new way to do recruitment because I want to know who I'm working with. I want to know, are you in this for real? Or are you just going to use up 2 weeks of my time to train you and then you're just going to disappear and not work the business? So this is going to be my new way of doing things. So when I asked her, the next question was, the last one was, so anything else you'd like to know about me? Her response was, and I can actually look at it since I'm not sharing the screen, so I can remember the third one. She said, I'm shy, but very determined, and I love to help others. So that's where I grabbed all her focus and attention. Let me go back to you guys. So I told her, I, for one, was very shy. A year ago, like I said, I couldn't do any of these things. So I was like, I can completely understand where you're coming from. But what stuck out to me in your application is the fact that you're determined. She's like, yes, I am. I said, that's all you need. Because if you're not determined, guess what? Someone will say no, and they will say no to you. And because you're not determined on your goals, you're going to quit. And you're not going to want to do this business. Yes, baby.
Can you turn on my torta?
Yes, but do it in the sala.
Okay.
Thank you. So I said, the fact that you're determined to just run with this business, that's all you need. That's all you need under your belt. You're good. And then I said, and then you want to help people. And I told her, with this business, you see people's hair change. You see their skin change. You work with people that didn't have an income, and now they're providing, you know, for their family because of this business opportunity. So you like to help people, you are in the right place, because that is exactly what you're going to be doing with everybody that you bring into the business, whether it's a client or a market partner. So after I finished her entire application, I was like, so I want to target any objections. Do you have any for me? She's like, no, not at the moment. I was like, good, but I do. I have objections because there's people that give me the same ones. So maybe you didn't think about it now. So I just want to target right now. She's like, okay. I was like, the questions that people ask, and I targeted the questions that people always ask us. Is this a pyramid scheme? I explained it to her. We're not a pyramid scheme. Why? Because at the end of the year, January, Money sends a 1099 tax form and blah, 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 blah. I think everyone here knows the response. If you don't, you can put it in the chat, and then I'll just leave that one for last, how I responded with the pyramid scheme question. I told her about, we don't have any fees. And I told her, have you ever searched how much it takes to build a website? And she's like, no. I was like, well, I did, because I wanted a website. It takes about $4,000 to $5,000. And this is legit truth, because I was watching Sarah Hill and I went on a website to see how much it costs. Guys, it costs $5,000 to create your own website. You pay someone, they create your website, you give them $5,000 and you have a website. Well, guess what? Money charges $50. I told her, after a year that you work the business, let's say you don't want to work it anymore, then that's it. You close your account and you're good. But after a year, you decide you do want to continue working the business, you will need to pay $50 for your membership. She's like, that's it? I'm like, yeah, that's it. You'd be surprised. And I told her, you'd be surprised how some people don't want to pay the $50 yet. They've done a few thousands, but they don't want to spend the $50. So this is me telling you, it takes $5,000 to build your own website, a nice website. She's like, okay, I can do $50. That's not a problem. So in my head, there's no surprises to her because I'm already hitting all the objections. Another one that I told her was, there's no quotums. I'm like, if today I go back to my full-time job and I don't want to work Monday, well, guess what? I don't have to pay any fees. I'm not required to recruit. I'm not required to do anything other than nothing. And I won't get paid for it. I explained to her all the objections that we usually get. Another one was, is she stuck under me? I explained that to her. No, she's not stuck. What was the other one that I target? I forgot what other objections, but basically what I did was I target any objections. So if we get off the call and she comes up with one, it doesn't hold her back and say, well, now I want to think about it, because I just target anything that can come her way that would probably make her think, okay, I got to think this through. After that, I spoke about the Cadillac program and I explained the whole car because she's interested in the car. So I explained how it works, specific rank, money will pay the monthly payments after 2 months. If you're not working the business, they're not going to pay it. I explained the whole car program to her. Then I said, then after that, what I mentioned was, So how we get paid. I was like, there's 10 different ways and how we get paid, but I'm not gonna go through it because if we do go through it, it's gonna be an hour. But I do have a training recorded that explains the compensation plan. But just to give you a gist of what money is with Money, I'm like, we get paid 5 times a month. So every Friday we get a paycheck. And on the 15th, we get our huge paycheck. And she's like, oh, that's awesome. I'm like, yeah, last Friday we just got 2 paychecks because both days fell on the same day. Both paychecks fell on the same day. Then I told her some of the ways are you can make commission and you sell products. I was like you are my VIP. When you bring a VIP, you know, you get $20 per person, you get the commission, and then you get a bonus because every 4 VIPs you get in advance, you get a bonus for that. So I told her my hairstylist is my market partner, but she doesn't recruit, but she sells products. She makes a few hundreds a month selling products. You can do that. And then what I did was I compared. I'm like, there's other network marketing businesses that you need to recruit, or there's a monthly fee, or you need to recruit so you don't pay a fee. I was like, Monet, you don't do that. You don't need to recruit if you don't want to. And then I said, but if you do want to make a few thousands, you want to grow a team. And what does that mean? A whole lot of different bonuses, but I won't get in it. Again, I reminded her there's a call for that. And then I said, do you have any questions for me? Because I paused to see where was she going with the call? Was she paying attention? She's like, no, but I love it. I think I'm ready. I was like, all right, so let me show you product kits. I opened my screen and I shared it. I shared my screen and I showed her. Guys, I did not start at $199. I didn't even scroll down my screen. I zoomed in and I left it at $7.99. So the first thing she saw when I shared my screen was $7.99. She's a VIP, so she knows the prices to our products. And I said, look, this is a $7.99. It literally brings pretty much everything except the vitamin C and a few items for the hair program, but it's $7.99. And I clicked on the maximize button where it's all detailed. All these products are almost $2,000 and you're gonna pay $799. I told her. I was like, so off the bat, you know you're getting a whole lot of products for your money, and you already know the prices. So what I'm doing is I'm showing her what the product kits are, but because she's a VIP customer, I'm also like giving her value because I know, I'm making her know, like, I know that you know what's going on. Like, you're not clueless. So then I showed her the PV and I said, you see where it says PV, it says 600. She's like, yeah. I'm like, memorize that. We're going to get back to that number. And I left it like that. I was like, but if $7.99 is too much, here's my favorite product kit, $5.99, and this is why. Look at the skincare. She knows the prices to skincare. I'm like, if you get one line of the skincare alone, that's almost $300. Let's say you get the 4 routine, the vitamin C, the eye cream, all these things. It's almost $300. Guess what? You're getting both skincare lines and you're getting hair products for $5.99. She's like, oh, that's a no-brainer. That's way cheaper because you're getting 2 skincare line. I'm like, yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, I think that one is better than doing any other ones. And then I said, look at the personal volume. It's, I think it was like 400 for the $5.99. I can't remember, or 450, I think. She's like, okay, I'll remember. And I said, okay, let's say you don't have the money for any of these kids. These are the other option. And this is the game changer. I show her the $349 and I said, look at the $349. You're only getting, I think, like 2 skincare products. You're not getting the cleanser or the moisturizer. And you're only getting about, I think it was like 2 shampoos. I didn't memorize it. But what I'm doing is I'm already showing her what doesn't come in the product kit for that price. So I'm like, you're gonna pay $349 and you're not even getting the entire skincare set. She's like, yeah, that's true. That's kind of pointless. I was like, yeah, it is, but I gotta show you just in case. And then I was like, the next options are $199. But I don't recommend it at all, and I'm gonna show you why. And I went literally through each one. And I showed her, there's no rejuvenating oil, there's no skincare, you gotta add a conditioner. So I was like, off the bat, you're spending $200 and you're not getting what you need because you gotta add a conditioner, the rejuvenating oil, you don't get a hair mask. And that's what I did. I devalued our $199 and I showed her that you're better off getting either $5.99 or $7.99 because you're getting a whole lot for your money. She's getting the $7.99. She already said that's what she's gonna get. She has the money for it. Because she's a VIP, she has a birthday, she's gonna use the coupon and then upgrade. Then I said, I learned a hack. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, so the only time we pay for shipping is when we upgrade our account. So when we get a product kit, because the box is heavy, we have to pay VIP. We have to pay the shipping fee. And then I said, but the hack that I learned is when we have a promotion, and in case you guys don't know, if there is a promotion and you add the promotion to the product kit, it waives the shipping fee. So I said, instead of paying 20 something, 30 something dollars on shipping costs, add the promotion. You're gonna pay it anyways, but better off paying for products than for shipping. And I showed her the Intense Repair Spray, which is what she's using right now. I'm like, the Intense Repair Spray is $60 more or less. For 4 products, you're about to get it for $58. She's like, oh, that's a no-brainer. I'd rather just get it with the promotion. I'm like, yeah, that's the hack. So you don't pay for shipping, you pay for product. So that's another thing that works. So $7.99 is there. If there's a promotion, push that in because there's also PV. And then they don't have to pay for shipping because it just triggers the system to not pay shipping. I'll put it in a little bit, and I'm almost done. So what I did with the whole product kits, and this is where I was saying quality over quantity. I am tired of bringing people in the business with the $199, and we're not compensated enough to the extent that you're training this person, you're mentoring this person, but guess what? Now they got to work hard to get their PV. The $199 brings them 200 PV, but they need 300. Let's say they're going for MMB in the same month, because that is possible. They need, 500 PV? I think it's 500 PV. So what I told her was, remember when I told you, remember 600 and remember 450? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm going to show you. I logged into my account because she's a VIP. So I was showing her how to upgrade her account. I logged into my back office and I said, you see the first franc? You see the 3 check marks? When you're required specific things for each promotion. And every time you get a promotion, you get a bonus. And I said, when you come in, this is going to be your first rank. You need 2 people in the business, you need 300 PV, and you need 1,200 GV. If you come in with the $7.99 kit, you're coming in with 600 PV. Well, guess what? You just completed one of the things that you needed. And then some, you just completed half of what you need for GV. When you bring in those 2 girls, you just got pretty much your first rank and you got $100. So then I said, are you, yes, baby. Yeah, I'll get it for you 1 second. All right, I'm almost done. So what I said was, if you want to make your money back very fast, you can come in with the $7.99 and you're already going to hit your first rank and you don't have to do that much work. And so that was pretty much the call. She's ready to join. She's going to use her coupon first and then upgrade her account. But the thing I wanted to tell you guys is, for me, going forward, I'm not going to push for those $199 product kit. I'm even willing to tell people, if they're like, oh, I can only get $199. This is me. I'm not saying you guys have to do the same, but this is what I'm going to do is Sam. I'm going to tell them then, come back, save that money, and let's push for $5.99 so you're set to succeed. You're getting a lot of products for your money, and we're going to get you at a head start because everything is pretty much completed. But for our purposes of knowing, it is, for me, too much work to mentor somebody, give them all the training techniques. They come in with $199. You're only getting a $50 bonus. And now you're investing so much time on someone that $200, it's easier for a person to invest $200 than a person that invests $7.99 and quit. One thing I learned from my pastor, and then I'm done. He said, if it doesn't cost somebody something, they're not going to value it. So to me, I'd rather enroll someone that's willing to pay $7.99 for something, because they will be very hard to quit, because $800 is not just $800. $800 is money. Then a person that comes in with $199 and to them is like, oh, it was just $200, and then they end up quitting. That's my take. So quantity over quality, and start with $7.99. And as you work your way down, tell them what's not in it. Why is it not worth it? Instead of saying $1.99 and then you work your way up, because it's not gonna work. That was it for me. I wanted to just do it very last minute because the excitement was real, super game changer. She's gonna be my first one that gets the $7.99 kit, and I felt like sharing how great this call was, and maybe, I don't know, if it teaches somebody. I don't see any questions, and my little girl keeps on asking for milk. So I think I'm pretty much done. Thank you, everybody. Bye, good night.
Bye.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Good night.
Thank you.